If you're a touring comedian, you can have hundreds of thousands of followers across your social profiles, but still struggle to sell tickets to your shows. And that's because when you post on socials, it seems to go out to everywhere, not just the people in Dallas or Denver or Delaware or wherever you're doing your next show. And yet, even so, after the show, you have that comment from someone saying, "Oh my God, I love you so much. Come to Dallas, come to Delaware, come to Denver," when you've just been there. I'm Nick. I run meta ads for touring comics and comedy clubs, and I've figured out a system to help solve this problem. Last week, it turned $200 in ad spend into over $900 of ticket sales. So let's have a look at how it works. Here was the scenario. The comic had 135,000 followers on Instagram, not a small number, but a couple of weeks before the Dallas show, they posted a story saying, "Here's the ticket link, I'm in Dallas, come check it out," and they got 1,000 views. Now, realistically, that's not a small number, but only 4 people clicked on the link. So potentially a lot of those views were all over the place. The 4 people who clicked on the link, I'd be surprised if 2 of them bought tickets. Maybe they were higher intent and ready to go. But even then, at best, they're looking at 4 sales, maybe a group party, maybe 10 sales. And this is the problem we see over and over again. Only a handful of people are local. Most just swipe past. They might be in the wrong city, or they might just not be ready to buy a ticket. And to be clear, this is not your fault. This is the way that the platform's designed. It doesn't think about local areas. It thinks about where can I get the most engagement? Where can I get the most people to click or watch or all that good stuff? Sales is a whole separate thing. Now, even though the platforms are set up that way, we can tell them to change their goals. We just have to slip them a bit of cash. And that's called ads. So I'll take you through what we did in this particular scenario. Step 1, we split the audience between warm and cold. So warm is everybody who already knows who you are, at least as far as meta is concerned. So this would be your Instagram followers, people who like or follow you on Facebook, people who've engaged either on Facebook or Instagram, so they've liked, they've commented, or anyone who's watched, let's say, 15 seconds of one of your reels, which is called a through play. So they all fall into your warm audience. Now, the cold audience is everyone else that is not in the warm audience, the rest of the world or the rest of the country. Step 2, we structure the ads to engineer a buyer journey. What it does, we start with the cold audience and we show them engagement reels. We make them laugh. So reels of you doing stand-up, being funny, doing your thing, we make them laugh. And they then move from that cold audience into that warm audience. They now know who you are. Now, once they're in the warm audience, we actually keep showing them reels. We show them more and more, keep them laughing. Because even if they just see you once, that might not be enough to convince them that you're worth coming to see live, even though I'm sure that you are. But also to those people in the warm audience, we start showing them ticket sales ads so that they can come, buy a ticket, see you live at a show. And then the critical part here, which is off-platform, is in real life, is when they come to the show, you make them laugh. So that way, they fall back into the same pattern, and next time you're in town, next year, they will come and buy again. And if you look closely, you might realize that this is exactly the same journey that almost anyone who gets to know you will go through. And it fits in all of life. So, first off, they don't know you, then they do know you, then they like you, hopefully. If they don't like you, they'll fall off right away. Then they get to know you more and like you more. And then eventually they buy a ticket or a wedding ring. Dating is the analogy that everyone uses for this journey. You go on a first date, second date, third date, go steady, get married, get divorced. Step 3 is we make sure that these ads are targeted within a 25-mile radius of the venue. So those 5,000, 10,000 views that we're getting from the engagement reels, they're all in the area where they could buy versus 100,000 views across the country. Great, but not super helpful for the specific goal of selling tickets to the show on the weekend. We put this in place, we ran it over the course of 2 weeks, and here's what happened. We spent $200 total, we got 11,000 plus engaged views across the city, and we sold $968 worth of tickets. And that equates to around 35 people coming to the show who otherwise may have missed out. Something to think about here is some of those 35 people will become ongoing fans. They'll come buy tickets again next time. They'll buy merch. They will join the Patreon. Who knows? But every single person you have, every single super fan you have that comments on every post to the point where it's weird, they saw you live for the first time at one point, and there's no reason that those can't keep stacking. And the big thing about this is that there was zero sort of sales pressure, no begging people to come to the show. It was simply with the actual sales ad itself, you know, here's the place, here's the time, come check him out. You already know who he is. And that was about it. Because we had that warm up at the start where they were seeing the reels over and over again, getting familiar with the comic, liking his style, and interested to come see him live. So that's it. If you found this helpful, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll be dropping content like this every week with more information about promos and more case studies like this.